drawers. And they, 3 straight times drew fouls, and then got into the penalty early, and then continued to draw fouls, and that just created that separation. When it was back and forth, and it takes incredible focus and discipline, to not foul them. If you're too aggressive, they just really know how to draw fouls 30 feet away from the basket. And then Harden obviously hit those, threes. Momentum shifting 3 where we fouled them on that step back on the right corner or right wing. And then from there it became a double-digit game, and we were just never able to really claw back, into it. It would have, at that point, once we got down 10, we probably would have needed to knock down some threes, get some relief baskets from there, but we weren't able to do that. And then, that was pretty much the story, in the fourth.
On the other side of that, you guys got to the line 12 times. Low number for you guys, but was that something you guys didn't do, or just good defense by them?
Yeah, I don't know. There were probably like a handful. I'm sure they say the same thing. I thought there was probably 4 or 5 on Jimmy at the end that I felt, could have been a foul. I vividly remember one, Jimmy's spin in the first half where he got knocked off the block, and that was a very makeable shot, but the only reason he missed it is because he got hit. But they do a very good job of that. They can kind of flatten you out, and you have to be really intentional on how you're creating some kind of advantage. And even if you have an advantage, they have some length and guys that have really good hands. So I think, we probably would have had to make a few more shots offensively. And, there's some good looks. This thing was going to have to be in the mud. And I just would have liked to have seen what would happen if we didn't have those fouls early in the fourth quarter and some of the bailout fouls, and see if that could have been a 3, 4, 5 point game, going into those last 3 minutes.
The fouls laid aside and some of their star level shots that they made. What are you seeing in the defense now that maybe you weren't seeing a week ago?
Well, there's a lot more connectivity. Our guys are really committed, to doing some tough things in this league, and even as is, the 103 points, that's 15 points under their average. It shows what we're capable of. It's 3 straight games, holding teams 10 plus points under their average. And you're only doing that if you're, really rallying around each other, rallying around multiple efforts, rallying around doing a lot of tough things, defensively. And that's our identity, and that's how we're going to, try to win games right now while we're getting everybody in a rhythm and figuring out, what's best plan is offensively.
To that end, obviously it's going to take a degree of scoring also. Obviously without Tyler, and especially without Duncan's 3-point shooting, it's a different kind of game. When whole now, do you feel you're getting any closer to you getting to the scoring totals that are almost mandatory in the league this?
Yeah, we do.
How so?
It'll happen. Guys will get in rhythm. I don't think this was going to be a 130-point game, but I think we had some very makeable shots in that second half, and guys, are disappointed about that. But that's, you can't control that, whether the ball's always going in. You just control whether you're getting shots in your wheelhouse. There are some things offensively we can do with better pace and better intention. That's not exclusive to us, and we'll work on that and we'll get better.
Coach Spoelstra, MGM Remix Sports Media. Terry poured in 17 tonight, and with Tyler out, he was a bit more aggressive. What does that look like for you guys when Terry's aggressive? How do you feel about that, today?
Yeah, we want him to be aggressive. We want him to be him, and everybody is saying the same thing. And he's very respectful of everybody in the locker room, but we're better, with his aggressiveness for sure.